You don't need years of psychology study. You don't need to be a mind reader, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to understand someone in under 60 seconds. And here's the scary part. You're already getting signals from people every single day. You're just not trained to notice them. Think about this. You meet someone new. Within seconds, you already feel something about them. Confident, awkward, fake, interesting. That's not random. Your brain is wired for this. In fact, research from Princeton University found that people form judgments about others in a fraction of a second, sometimes as fast as 1/10 of a second. That means before someone even finishes their first sentence. Your brain already made a decision. So the real question is, what if you could control that skill? Most people try to read others like this. Crossed arms means defensive. No eye contact means lying. But that's wrong, because humans are not a dictionary. According to behavioral research summarized by American Psychological Association, nonverbal behavior only becomes meaningful when multiple cues appear together. So here's the rule. Never judge one signal. Always look for clusters. For example, if someone avoids eye contact, maybe they're just shy. But if they avoid eye contact, tighten their lips, and keep their body stiff, now you're seeing discomfort. That's the difference. So here's a simple system you can use immediately. When you meet someone, scan 4 things. First, the face. This is where truth leaks out. Psychologist Paul Ekman discovered that humans display universal facial expressions that appear automatically, even when we try to hide them. These are called micro-expressions. They happen in less than a second, which means someone can try to fake how they feel. But their face often reacts before they can stop it. Look closely. A real smile reaches the eyes. A fake smile only moves the mouth. Sometimes you'll see a flash of emotion that disappears instantly. That's not an accident. That's the truth slipping through. If their face and their words don't match, trust the face. Second, the voice. This is something most people completely ignore, but studies in emotional perception show that people can often detect feelings more accurately from tone of voice than from the actual words being spoken. Even University of California, Los Angeles research suggests that a large portion of emotional meaning in communication comes from vocal tone, not the literal words. So listen carefully. Do they suddenly speak faster? That can signal stress. Do they slow down? That can signal uncertainty. Does their pitch go higher? That can signal pressure. People can control what they say, but controlling how they sound is much harder. Third, the body. The body never stops talking. And here's what makes it powerful. It's mostly unconscious. Research in nonverbal communication shows that posture and movement are directly linked to emotional states. Open posture usually signals comfort. Tight shoulders signal tension. Feet pointing away often indicate a desire to leave. Even more interesting, recent behavioral studies have shown that people can detect emotions like anger or sadness just from the way someone walks, without seeing their face at all. Because the body leaks in tension, and it does it constantly. Fourth, the baseline. This is where most people fail. Before you judge anything, you need to understand what's normal for that person. This concept, known as baseline behavior, is widely used in behavioral analysis and even interrogation techniques. Because the key is not the behavior itself, it's the change. If someone is always quiet, that's normal. If someone suddenly becomes quiet, that means something. If someone is always energetic, that's normal. If they suddenly slow down, that means something. The shift is the signal. Here's where it gets even more interesting. People don't lie well, not because they don't know what to say, but because their brain is working against them. Lying increases cognitive load. That means the brain is under more pressure trying to maintain the story. And when that happens, leaks appear. You'll see things like someone saying "I'm fine" with tight lips, someone saying "I agree" while leaning away, someone smiling but their eyes show no emotion. These are called mixed signals. And according to communication research, when verbal and nonverbal signals conflict, people tend to trust the nonverbal more because it's harder to fake. Now here's the key that makes all of this actually work. Don't guess based on one thing. Look for patterns. If someone avoids eye contact, crosses their arms, and turns their body away, that's not random. That's a cluster. And studies in behavioral psychology consistently show that accuracy increases significantly when multiple cues are read together instead of individually. One signal is just a guess. 3 signals start to tell a story. And the more patterns you see, the clearer that story becomes. But there's something important you need to understand. Reading people is not about judging them. It's about understanding them. Because behavior without context means nothing. Even the American Psychological Association emphasizes that context, personality, and culture all influence how behavior should be interpreted. Someone might avoid eye contact, not because they're lying, but because they're nervous, or tired, or simply introverted. So instead of asking yourself, is this person lying? Ask a better question. What are they feeling right now? That one shift changes everything. Because when you understand emotions, you understand people. So next time you meet someone, don't just listen to their words. Watch their face, listen to their tone, observe their body, and look for patterns. Because once you learn this skill, you don't just hear people anymore, you start to see them. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe, because there are psychological patterns happening around you every single day. And most people never notice them. But now, you will.